Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Fallout 2. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today as I start the episode talking about the thing I was talking about last episode, at the end of last episode, which is the mansion over here that we were reading at. Let's open the Abby's computer terminal and all that. We were reading about the GEC, and I can show you the lines. I can actually show you through here, which is a little bit better. You can pause the video if you wanna read more. So in here, it talks about cold fusion. And that was Sandcrete. Yeah, Sandcrete. It's of course not Adobe. I was being facetious before, but yeah, we just passed through it. Okay, so it talks about cold fusion, and I was under the impression, I was actually mistaken. I've been looking online, and apparently other people have been mistaken as well. And I've been reading on what cold fusion is, and I was right to say that there's no accepted theoretical model where it even could exist in our universe. That's just a possibility. So basically what it is, for those of you that don't know, I just want to touch on this because this is actually an interesting aspect, and it has other ramifications that I'm also going to touch on. So basically, what cold fusion is this. What you see in a nuclear reactor is fission, nuclear fission. And the reason why that is basically you have the little nucleus of a cell, a radioactive cell, because those are the ones that have more energy, I think it is. But basically everything is radioactive, but the thing is, ionizing radiation, all that, I don't really know how that works, but imagine you have plutonium, and just, you want to get energy out of that, so you crack that open, effectively, and that cracking releases energy, and the reason why it releases energy is because of the bonds between the atoms, and anyway, that's how it goes, and that's called fission, because it's the opposite of fusion. You're not fusing two nuclei together, or nuclei together. You're opening one apart and destroying it. So that is a lot of energy, and that's what that's not what a nuclear bomb does. I think there might be two ways of doing nuclear bombs, though. No, wait a minute. Yeah, that is also what a nuclear bomb does. Yeah, that's also what a nuclear bomb does. But it's, at any rate, the technology we have is fission. Fusion is a different thing, and what happens with nuclear fusion is when two nucleus fuse together, and that also releases a huge amount of energy, even more, because of the bonds that need to be created, but more importantly, because of the bonds that need to be destroyed, and there's atoms that get released at the same time. And where that happens, and that is a reality, nuclear fusion exists in the sun, inside the sun. And that's actually what the sun does. It's nuclear fusion that is constantly going on. And the reason why it goes on is because of quantum physics. Very, very complex thing to really explain. I'm not going to explain it, but it's pretty cool. If you want to look into that, read some articles, I guess, but anything should give you a basic overview of what nuclear fusion is. But I did learn a little bit more about the way quantum mechanics works into that. But I can't remember the name of the video. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's very interesting. Now, what I was saying is that the world of Fallout doesn't have nuclear fusion, or cold fusion, I should say, which is the only fusion that we can get. And what cold fusion is basically fusion of atoms that release energy without creating a huge amount of energy. That's just basically very hot. That's the problem. It's very hot. That's the sun. It's very hot. Please don't be so hot. Just release the energy that I want, or something like that. And that's just a pie in the sky, really, because there's no. How would you even do that? And I've been reading a few theoretical models that wouldn't work. That you need basically some way to change the fundamental basics of a cell, and anyway, it's really, really tricky. For science fiction, it works, of course, because you can make up anything. But what I was under the impression of is that the microfusion cells, he says fusion cells, the microfusion cells were somehow just nuclear generators, just normal fission generators. But the problem is they're not fission, they're fusion. But I thought that there were nuclear generators that used fusion, just hot fusion, but that's not possible, because we don't have a sun on Earth. You need to look into, I don't remember his name, but there's a Marvel superhero, not hero, the evil bad guy that tries to do that. It's pretty interesting. But anyway, so I was just basically wrong. In my defense, microfusion is apparently what they call it, and not cold fusion. And they say microfusion. And I thought that, it's like, it's on a lower level. It's not, you know what I mean? I've always thought of that like that, but I was just wrong. On a related note, and I'm sorry for going on so long, but this is a very interesting aspect. I did enjoy this read very much. I can't part with this thing, of course not. I'm not going to be able to review. Oh, Ben. Anyway, I did enjoy that read very much, and I found out that it was heavily inspired by the Fallout Bible. Fallout Bible, of course, being I think it's volume 6. I've been reading a few bits of volume 6 at least. I think this was in volume 6. There's mentions of how the GEC works, and that's where they got this text. It was very well written. I liked it, and that's straight out of the Bible. So you can consider that canon if you want to, because the Fallout Bible, even though Bethesda doesn't consider it canon, what do they really know? They made explosive cars in Fallout 3. Anyway, let's talk about a little bit about a vault over here. You browse over the files, which contain mostly government propaganda for how amazing life in the vaults would be. You learn that in the mid-21st century, the U.S. government commissioned Vault-Tec to, oh, by the way, I said before that Vault-Tec was not with a T over there. It is. I was just under the impression that it wasn't, because I'm pretty sure in some elevators it says Vol-Tec. But we'll see that, maybe. If we go to a vault, actually. So the U.S. government commissioned Vault-Tec to construct 122 vaults across the United States. These vaults, wasn't it 123? Oh yeah, it was 123, because there's one that's the vault that we find at the end of all one. That's a special vault. It was the demonstration vault. It didn't have the normal things. And also had other things like a bomb. Anyway, 122 vaults across the United States. These vaults were meant to serve as shelter for up to 1,000 U.S. citizens in the event of a nuclear holocaust. For each. Right? Yeah, for each. Right? Because like Vault 69 and Vault 68 each had 1,000 U.S. citizens in there. And I remember those specifically because those are interesting. Well, all of them are interesting, but those are... Anyway, doesn't matter. Within the safe confines of the underground vaults, the vault dweller could live out a luxurious existence as they await the signal informing them that the surface world is once again inhabitable. Okay, yeah, that's not really the signal, though. They were programmed, I think. But maybe some of them were... Well, maybe this is just propaganda. It's just the advertisement. You continue browsing the files, but the only mention you find of Vault 13 simply states that it's located in California, which doesn't help you much. Yeah, that's a shame. I thought we could get into Vault 13 through here. I know how to get into Vault 13. Don't worry, but I thought I could. Let's play Rock, Paper, Scissors. Rock, Paper, Scissors version 0.3. Sure. Select an option. I'm going to go with paper. Terminal makes a selection. Calculating. Terminal wins. Is he always going to win? Oh, it's not. It's the lamest game ever. Let's add information here. I have nothing to add. Read help about file. Congratulations on successfully installing wind blows. Yeah, I made my complaints about that already. This version is the most advanced version to date, with the probability of only one crash per million function calls confirmed, which would crash every second. Our technicians are confident that wind blows is perfect for any corporate environment. The newest addition to Windows 2075 is an improved and tweaked code base which now only wastes 15% of your CPU cycles on background administration, as opposed to previous versions which would waste up to 25% of your CPU cycles. Of course, with much consideration that has been put into this latest release, as with previous versions, the common command of search, add, move, delete, and format are available to the user. I can format the files. That's what it's supposed to tell. Between all the jokes that make me laugh a lot on the inside while I scream. Okay, let's not format anything. Okay, then let's log off. That's that. We did it. We did it. We did what the Abbey had to tell, or we saw what the Abbey had to tell, and that was pretty good. That was really good. I really liked both the EPA and the Abbey. I mean, with a few minor nitpicks, but, well, I have nitpicks about everything, just, you know me. Even Fallout 2 as well. Even Fallout 1 as well, even though it is my favorite of the two. So let's get down to Vault City. I should probably save the game here, especially because I'm not doing this right. I should be taking the car. Also... Oh, there, everybody's over there. Okay, so save the game there, and let's go to Vault City. Although Vault City... It's gonna take a little while. Can I just arrive up there? It's gonna take a while because I'm gonna need to go all the way through Vault City. Oh, we got a thing. Highwayman tracking with wild dogs. Oh, not really. Thank you. Inner City, that's the one. Okay, so I can't go in there, I don't think, because these guys are with me. Yeah. My apologies, citizen, but mutants are not permitted inside Vault City.
What do you want?
Hey, wait here until I come back. It's fine.
I'll just stay here and tighten the vices on my shoulder.
You do that. Thanks, that's it for now. Okay, so now I don't... Well, I know what I need to do. I need to do a job. I need to do a quest that I haven't done. Let me see, actually, by the way, last time I checked this, I checked the wrong place. There we go. Here in Vault City. Well, actually, I have a couple of things. Let's, Sulik, wait. Thank you. So, you have with you a holodisk. Sierra Mission holodisk. Broadcast holodisk, that's a different one. Evacuation holodisk. Medical holodisk. Don't really know what that's for, though. Medical one. Bishop's holodisk. I don't really know what I want to do here. I hope this doesn't break my quest with the bishops. But I'm gonna do it later. I'm not gonna give it. I'm not gonna give the holodisk to the first citizen. Not the first. I think it is the first citizen. I'm pretty sure I can still talk to the first citizens. That's kind of an important aspect of this whole operation. Because what we'll do is we'll, as I keep saying, my God, where are you? I'm not stuck. I'm just far away. As I keep saying, we'll be made man of all the 4 families in Reno. So we still need to go to the NCR. We're not going to be friends with the NCR because we're going to kill Weston. Which is a pretty interesting mission. And very hard as well. If you want to do it like I will do it. If I remember correctly anyway. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, so the last time I talked to Lynette, we didn't leave in the best of words. But then again, I didn't really piece her off to the end. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna rest. Can I rest this location? Because of course not. Because of course not. I really hate that. I hate that. At least in Fallout 1.5 they had a reason to do that. Busy day, citizen. Who are you talking to? Hello, sir? Ma'am? Vault City Prevail, citizen. Yeah, it's all fine. You guys are amazing. I'll see you later. Actually, somebody asked me which was the faction in all the Fallout games that I liked the most. This was in a Fallout New Vegas stream. Somebody asked me that, and I had never considered that, because I'm not one to, oh, my favorite and all that sort of stuff. And you'll notice, well, you might notice that anyway, that sometimes I do declare, oh, this is my favorite area, or this is my favorite character, or this is my favorite for whatever reason, or one of my favorites. But you might notice this, because I say that, I do mean it, but the thing is, the reasons why I say that, and especially the memories of all the other things, sometimes get jumbled up in my head, and I'll change basically my preferences on a whim. That's basically it. It's like, oh, it's my favorite. But I replied that I thought for a little bit, and I replied that Vault City is probably my favorite faction, even though I don't agree. I mean, I don't agree wholly with any of the factions. That's the point of the factions in Fallout, in any decent system, really, or game or setting on anything. We're gonna need to wait, because we can't do anything. Everybody's gone to Rapture. Yeah, we're gonna need to wait. This is not a good place. But I said Vault City, which was a little bit surprising. It surprised me. And then somebody said that they are a little bit on the socialistic side, which you could say that. Nobody was accusing me of being socialist, although I don't want to get into that discussion. I can tell you, for example, that my country has a communist party in government right now, for example. I live in Portugal. It's normal. Us Europeans, we have left. We have left in the government. Not like the Americans that only have right, really. But yeah, again, nobody was accusing me or anything. We weren't talking politics, but I do wonder a little bit. Now that I think about it, I do wonder. I think the mission is the guy that I need to give the mission to or to talk to is over here. I do wonder if me liking Vault City is, well, I did wonder. Now I don't anymore because I'm thinking a little bit about it. Is because they are a little bit socialist. They're not really socialist. They are to their citizens, but if anything, they are a little bit like the Roman Empire. Just because of their restrictiveness, and even in terms of their sort of at least what I perceive to be their culture of Vault City. They are very restrictive, very closed to outsiders in their social life. And Rome was a little bit like that for a few years, for a few hundred years, not throughout its life, but it's this guy that I need to talk to, I think. Yeah, it is. I didn't do a quest for him because I have no idea. I don't know why I didn't do it. I remember talking to him, but it was to free a guy that was trapped in here. But yeah, the reason why, just to finish up on that, the reason why I like Vault City is because they have Vault Tech, they have Vault Security, and I love that. Oh, speaking of which, I could go in there and yeah, settle that Vault Tech thing once and for all. I might be mistaken. Hopefully I am, actually, because that omission, that has a name, actually, a linguistic name, but I don't know. The omission of the T is, or the dropping of the T is, it's kind of childish, to be honest, but yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, I was not mistaken. It's right there. It's right there. This is why I sometimes will write Vault Tech. You see that? Yep. But there we go. I was not mistaken. And I'm glad for that, but, well, it shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be that. Well, Leo Boyarsky was doing his thing. It's fine. Because pretty much all of this was done by him. Well, that in particular was. This was not, for example. Well, this might have been, because he was in development. He was in the development team through the start of Fallout 2. They just left like in June, I think, which was about halfway through. But yeah, I like Vault City because they have Vault technology. I like Vault City because they are basically the new stuff. They're their new things, and they have a pretty awesome soundtrack that I really, really enjoy. They have good people in them. So it's not like the NCR, which is pretty tricky to get good people in there, unless, I mean, they have good higher-ups, I should say. The NCR doesn't, but they do have, of course, good citizens, which Vault City kind of doesn't at the same time. But yeah, it's kind of interesting, you know. But that's because of the social environment. But it's just, I like them out of all the other ones. I have played every manner of possibilities here in Vault City. I've killed them all. I've doomed them to hell. I've radiated them, all the things. But let's talk to Stark over here. Sorry for that ramble. And Citizen Sergeant Stark. Hello again, citizen. Something I can help you with. Oh. Yeah. So about those raiders. Yeah, what about them? Any idea where the raiders are striking from? I don't know. These raiders don't make much sense, if they are even raiders. Yeah, I talked to him about that. Is that the mission I need to do? Patrols. Oh, no, this is the mission. This is the mission. Okay, so, what do you do here, I ask. I run the correction center, he says. Keep the outworlders in line. Make sure the servants behave. Organize patrols. Try to protect the city from raiders. And I ask about the patrols. He'll, yeah, we have a small group of patrols. Can barely spare the man to protect Vault City. Much less do all the reconnaissance that needs to be done. Yeah, I do a lot of traveling. Anything I can help you with? What do you mean? Well, I could do some recon for, or reconnoitering, that's the word, for you if you're short-handed. Nah, you need a Pip-Boy to get the job done, right? Also, it's Pip-Boy, all capitals, I think. Anyway, and I can't spare one right now. Well, I already have one. It's old and cranky and seems to have wires and buttons yanked out of everywhere, but it works. Yeah? Has it got a Northern California world map installed? Yep. Well, at least from what I can see through the fog of war on the damn thing. Oh, I got a job for you then. I need someone to scout the terrain around Gecko, that ghoul encampment to the northeast. Hit the 8 sectors on the world map around the town, then report back. Why? Well, we may be forced to take military action against them in the future, especially if they start poisoning the groundwater again. Now, do you want the job or not? Yeah, I'll report back when I'm done. Okay, so I think I might have done that already. I seem to recall, I remember doing this mission. This is not a new mission for me, although I think I missed it on my first Let's Play. I might be mistaken, though. Because the first Let's Play that I did of Fallout 2, I already had the restoration project, and it already had the Vault Village, and I don't remember seeing it. But I might just be.
What do you want? Too many people.
Oh, sorry. It's not too many people.
What do you want?
There we go. It's just too little glasses. Too few glasses, I should say. There we go. So let's go out. Yeah, I don't remember. It might be just that I'm forgetting where it is, or it could be too insignificant, too small that I'm not remembering. But new areas, I'm all down for that. I'm really excited, actually, to see what it's going to be all about. Another thing, though, that I mentioned, it always confused me, by the way. I'm going on a tangent here. It always confused me when I was a kid to read the wall through the fog of war on the damned thing. That line in particular really confused me because I didn't know what fog of war was. And the easiest way to do this is just go to the corners over there. I didn't know what
Chosen, the village weakens.
It's
It is
fine.
harder to touch your dreams.
Please don't.
You must hurry, or we will all...
We will all as well, it's fine. But it confused me. I didn't know what the fog of war was. I didn't know that name. And a highwayman, don't need that. Let's go back to the inner city.
What do you want?
I want you to wait here until I come back.
I'll just stay.
You'll stay. And I'll put my glasses on because we're about to do some good business. Also, I need to do another thing. I need to figure out how to do that, actually. Which has got to do with a prostitute. I've only ever completed that quest a couple of times. It's got to do with a prostitute on Reading. Is it Reading? Yeah, it is Reading. The one that was ripping us off? Yeah, she's got an addiction to jet. Now, I need to talk to the doctor over here, and I need to talk to another doctor, I think, to, I think I might need to wait, and that's why it's hard to get that quest, but I've done it in the past, without walkthroughs. Most of my experience with this game is without walkthroughs, but I haven't looked at a walkthrough there. What I was saying in that line about the Fog of War is this thing, this, you see this? It's tricky to see what it is right there, but, we know what this was. This was, in the demo version of Fall 1, and it was clues. And I suppose it was... I never played the demo version of Fall 1, even though it's freely accessible. I just never played it. What it was supposed to be was, instead of the status, you'd have a journal-like system. So the status, you have the missions and all that sort of stuff, but here you would have a journal, and they never implemented that. I don't think it was implemented even in the demo. Maybe it was, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see what this guy has to say. So, I surveyed the area around Gecko for you. Oh, good job. Download the information into my Peep-Boy. It's upload, thank you. And I'll log into the patrol computers. Alright. This intelligence looks good. Well done. Here's your payment. $300. Alright then. You got any more work for me? Yeah, actually, I need someone to travel to NCR. Lately, I've been hearing reports that the Republic might be building up military strength. True or not, I need someone to plot a route to NCR and report back. Actually, this is really easy. I think I've been there already, so I might be able to do that quest already. But this is really easy. You just need to go to the NCR. Just travel to the NCR and then come back. Yep, that's all I need. I'm more interested in the route than the Republic itself. But I'll still need you to enter the city once you get there. Okay, no problem, already done. That's so, eh? Alright then, download the information into my Pip-Boy. Oh yeah, that was already done then. And I'll log into the patrol computers. This is good. I think I've always found that this is good level quest design, because it's sort of it's a very simple quest, it's very easy to do. Well, not really, if you're not well equipped. But it's like of a long-term objective that forces you to come back to get this quest done after you go to the NCR. So it forces you to go all over the world. But more importantly, it gives you a justification to come back to the Vault City if you've missed something. And that's good, and especially with a mission like the one we have. That's very hard to get because you rarely go into the vault. But I'll show you that in a little bit. This intelligence looks good, he says. Well done. Here's your payment for your services. $500. Plus, you might find this useful. What is it? It's a Vault-Tec motion sensor. I got plenty of those, don't worry. We're going to strip it for parts since it's too old for our Pip-Boys, but it looks like it's compatible with your model. How does it work? Well, keep it in your hand, and it IDs hostiles in your immediate area when you use it. Or you can call up the Pip-Boy automap as normal, then just click the scanner button, and they're lit up like they'll light up like a neon sign. Thanks. This could be useful. Say, can I ask you some other questions? Okay. Got any more recon work for me? Yeah, there's something. I've been looking through your reconnaissance reports, and I found a small village nearby swarming with mole rats. That's what the outsiders call them, right? I want you to go there and exterminate all those beasts. Oh, this is the Vault Village. Just gun down a few rats. What for? What for? And he hesitates for a moment, then frowns. I don't need to explain my motives to you. I give orders, and you take them. That's how it is. If you don't want this job, I'll send a squad to do it instead. But things sometimes get a little messy when I set my boys loose. Yeah, they do? What are you threatening me for? It's not like I have family there. I don't even know where it is. Sure, I'll take the job. Excellent! Here, let me show you the exact location of the village. And he marks the village on your Pip-Boy map. Pays 750, just come back and collect once you finish the task. One more thing, if you don't deal with it in a month, I'll send a squad there to eliminate the monsters and any other threat. Okay. So let's not talk about Cassidy's bar. Because I don't want to piss him off. I don't know if... I'm pretty sure he does get pissed off. Well, because we get the chance to tell him off. Just be not good to him. So yeah, I need to talk... I think I need to talk to Dr. Troy over here. And he's going to have a quest for us regarding that... you guys remember us bringing Jet into the city? I'm still carrying around a Jet sample with me. Just because. And yeah, he asked us to do that. Let's see what he has to say. I have some good news, he says. I was able to make an antidote from that sample of Jet you gave me. Once taken, it nullifies Jet's withdrawal symptoms and also removes the euphoria associated with the drug. Can I get a sample of it? I think it could help the people in Reading. Oh, of course, here we go. Take it to one of my colleagues, Dr. Johnson in Reading. He should be able to see that it gets to those that need it. Great, I'll be sure to keep this safe. That's fantastic. That's really good, actually. But can I trade with you? I doubt it. No. Okay. I'll see you later, Doctor. That's really good. This is gonna... Oh my god, there's two of them. That's good, because we do need two of them. This is gonna fix the problem with Reading. I wonder what works. What happens there? Because I rarely do this quest, because it's tricky. You need to come back here, and there's no reason to come back here, unless you suspect something is up. But, yeah. Let's see if she says anything. No, it's basically... You guys remember her, by the way? That's Phyllis. Yeah. Anyway, we're out of time for the day, so I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Fallout 2. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode, where we go to the Vault Village, come out sooner rather than later. But above all, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye!